Ever wondered what it really takes to be a trolley bus driver? Get ready to have your assumptions challenged because today's deep dive
Oh,
is taking us on a ride through the surprisingly complex world of those iconic electric chariots.
what's fascinating about this is that
Yeah,
it's a job we encounter so often,
right.
but rarely give a second thought to.
Exactly.
Right.
We see them navigating city streets,
Yeah.
but our source material from RoleCatcher reveals a role that's so much more than just steering and stopping.
Right.
You'd be amazed at the unexpected skills involved. It's
Ah,
like trolley bus driver,
yeah,
the unsung heroes of public transport.
it really is.
Yeah.
The source describes the role as operating trolley buses or guided buses,
Yeah.
taking fares and looking after passengers.
Okay.
Sounds simple enough,
Right.
but then it dives deeper into the scope
Yeah.
and things get really interesting.
Right. Like I knew they handled fares and passengers,
Yeah.
but the source highlights a level of customer service and problem solving that I hadn't considered.
Right.
They even include an anecdote about a driver who calmed down a frantic passenger who'd lost their wallet.
Oh, wow.
Talk about going above and beyond.
That's a perfect example of the hidden emotional intelligence this job demands.
Wow.
They're not just drivers.
Right.
They're often unofficial city guides, conflict mediators,
Yeah.
and even impromptu therapists for stressed-out commuters.
Okay, I'm already getting a totally different picture of this job.
Yeah.
It's like they're the heart and soul of the daily commute for so many people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of the human element, let's talk about the pros and cons.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously, dealing with traffic and crazy weather comes with the territory.
Sure.
But the source highlights some unexpected perks.
Yeah, like what I'm having a hard time imagining the upsides of being stuck in traffic with a bus full of people.
Well, think about it.
Okay.
The route is pretty much set, which can be less stressful than, let's say, a delivery driver,
Yeah.
constantly facing new addresses and tight deadlines.
Okay.
Plus, for those who enjoy social interaction, there's a built-in community aspect to the job.
Yeah, that's true.
You're interacting with regulars every day.
Yeah,
And for some drivers, that's a really rewarding part of the experience.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Building rapport with your regulars, becoming a familiar face in their daily routine. It's like you're part of the neighborhood fabric.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, you're witnessing the city wake up every day.
Oh, wow.
You see the quiet streets transition into bustling hubs of activity.
That's cool.
It's a unique perspective that most jobs don't offer.
Okay, now that's a perk I hadn't considered.
Right.
But let's be real.
Yeah.
It's not all sunshine and cityscapes, right? What about the downsides?
Right.
I imagine dealing with difficult passengers can be challenging.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The source doesn't sugarcoat that aspect.
Okay.
It emphasizes that conflict resolution and de-escalation skills are crucial, right? Remember that story about the lost wallet?
Yeah.
Imagine dealing with that kind of situation,
Oh, gosh.
but with a bus full of passengers
Right.
and a tight schedule to maintain.
Okay, yeah, suddenly those lower stress levels we talked about are sounding a bit optimistic.
Well, every job has its trade-offs, right?
True.
But to be fair to the source,
Yeah.
they do acknowledge the repetitive nature of the work
Yeah.
and the physical toll of prolonged sitting as potential drawbacks.
Okay, so it's not all about zen-like commutes and friendly chats.
Right.
But let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
The source dives into the specific skills needed.
Yes.
And this is where it gets really interesting. It's not just about knowing the rules of the road, is it?
Not at all.
Okay.
Of course, driving skills are a given, but they emphasize this concept of operation and control,
Yeah.
which goes beyond just steering.
Interesting.
Trolley buses have these unique mechanics,
Right.
overhead lines, electric motors,
Mm-hmm.
and drivers need to be adept at handling those systems,
Yeah.
especially if there's a malfunction.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
So it's like a blend of old school mechanical know-how and modern technology.
Precisely.
Very cool.
And remember, safety is paramount.
Right.
The public safety and security section highlights their responsibility for passenger well-being,
Yeah.
knowing emergency procedures,
Right.
and even potentially handling security incidents on board.
Wow, they really don't get enough credit for that.
No, they don't.
It's like they're drivers, mechanics, and safety officers all rolled into one.
It's true. And let's not forget the customer service aspect.
Yeah.
Think about it. They're interacting with a cross-section of the city every single day.
Right.
Tourists who are lost, commuters having a bad day,
Yeah.
kids who are maybe a little too excited about riding a trolley bus.
Okay, that last one made me smile.
Yeah.
But seriously, it takes a special kind of patience and people skills to navigate those interactions day in and day out.
Absolutely. And the source emphasizes that these skills are actually a key part of career progression.
Really?
A lot of people don't realize that trolley bus driver can be a stepping stone to bigger things within the transit system.
Wait, really? I always assumed it was a pretty limited career path.
That's the assumption this deep dive totally busted for me.
Wow.
The career stages section in the source was eye-opening. It starts with the entry-level trolley bus driver, focusing on work ethic, safety, and, yep, you guessed it, customer service.
Okay.
But then it branches out.
So where can a trolley bus driver go from there?
Well, with experience, they could move into supervisory or training roles, passing on their knowledge to the next generation of drivers.
Makes sense. They'd be the ultimate mentors, having seen it all on the road.
Exactly. And the source even talks about opportunities to move into transit planning or operations,
Wow.
leveraging their firsthand knowledge of the city's arteries.
Wow. Going from navigating the streets to shaping how the entire system flows, that's pretty incredible. I'm starting to think trolley bus drivers should be on more career aptitude tests.
I know, right? Talk about a hidden gem of a career path.
Yeah.
And speaking of hidden gems, we have to loop back to where this information came from. RoleCatcher.
Okay.
This deep dive has me wanting to explore their entire platform.
Me too. I'm ready to fall down the rabbit hole of career possibilities. Remind me again what else RoleCatcher offers.
So it's not just trolley bus drivers, although they definitely got this one right.
Right.
They have a massive library of career guides, over 3,000.
Wow. That's a lot.
Covering a crazy range of professions, software developers, zoologists,
Where?
you name it. They probably got insights into it.
Okay, so it's like a one-stop shop for anyone considering a career change or even just curious about different fields?
Exactly. And it goes beyond basic job descriptions. They provide info on industry trends, salary expectations,
Wow.
and even interview tips tailored to specific roles.
It's like having a personal career counselor at your fingertips.
Right. But what I find really cool is that it encourages you to think differently about work in general.
Yeah.
Like, we started this deep dive with a somewhat limited view of trolley bus drivers. And look where we are now.
It's like suddenly we're seeing the world through their windshield, noticing the skills and challenges that often go unnoticed.
Exactly. It's about approaching career exploration with more curiosity, an open mind, and the understanding that even jobs we might overlook can hold hidden potential.
It's about more than just finding a job. It's about finding the right fit.
Right.
Something that sparks your interest and lets you use your skills in unexpected ways.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Right.
So what stands out to you from this deep dive? What surprised you the most about the world of trolley bus drivers?
Honestly, the whole career path thing really blew my mind.
Wow.
I had no idea there was so much potential for growth within the transit system.
Yeah.
Starting with a role like trolley bus driver. It really highlights the don't judge a book by its cover aspect of career exploration.
Me too.
Yeah.
It makes you realize that sometimes the most fulfilling paths are the ones we least expect.
Right.
And it goes back to what we were saying about RoleCatcher.
Right.
It's not just about handing you a list of jobs.
Right.
It's about sparking that curiosity and encouraging you to dig deeper.
Totally. Because when you do dig deeper,
Yeah?
you uncover these fascinating layers of skill, responsibility,
Yeah.
and even artistry that you wouldn't expect. I mean, who knew there was an art to navigating a trolley bus through a bustling city
Yeah.
while keeping everyone safe, calm, and on schedule?
Right. It's a balance of technical expertise,
Yeah.
situational awareness, and good old-fashioned people skills.
Right.
And it makes you appreciate how much we rely on these often invisible roles to keep our cities running smoothly.
Absolutely. It's like they're the unsung heroes of urban mobility, connecting communities one trolley stop at a time.
Well said. And as technology continues to advance, with electric vehicles and automated systems becoming more prevalent,
Yeah.
who knows what the future holds for trolley bus drivers?
That's a great point. This deep dive has me wondering,
Yeah.
how will those advancements impact the skills needed in this profession? Will we see a shift from driving expertise to more technical or customer-focused roles?
It's fascinating to consider, isn't it?
Yeah.
Will they become more like system operators or even onboard concierges,
Right.
providing guidance and assistance
Mm-hmm.
in an increasingly automated world?
Okay, now those are some thought-provoking possibilities.
Yeah.
It seems like the ability to adapt and learn new skills will be more crucial than ever.
Absolutely. And that's a takeaway that applies to all of us,
Right.
regardless of our chosen career paths.
Yeah.
The world of work is constantly evolving, so embracing continuous learning and staying curious might be the most valuable skills of all.
Couldn't agree more. Well, on that note, it's time to bring this deep dive to a close.
Okay.
But before we do, we want to leave you with one final thought to ponder. As cities grow and transportation needs change, what role do you envision trolley bus drivers playing in the future of urban mobility? Will they become relics of the past,
Right.
or will they adapt and evolve to become even more integral to our daily lives?
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a question worth considering as we navigate the ever-changing landscape of work and transportation. And on that note,
Yep.
we'll leave you to do just that. Thanks for joining us on this fascinating journey through the world of trolley bus drivers.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.